We almost forgot to add day 6. Counting down 12 days to Christmas on this 30 days of Christmas vlog. Day 6.
On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 drummers drumming, 11 pipers piping, 10 lords of leaf, but 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids of milking, 7 swans swimming, 6 geese a-flying, 5 golden rings.
5 more days left till Christmas. It's getting closer.
Waiting.
What?
I'll be waiting.
We're going to be highlighting some Christmas movie filming locations, starting here with the iconic Home Alone house. It's, of course, from Home Alone 1 and 2. It's a real house. Real people live there, not a set. It is just north of Chicago. We were there in 2016. Beautiful home. Actually sold around that time. This next spot is actually the Murphy's house. This is across the street. This is really across the street. This is where the boy came across and confused the people with the count. This is where Kevin ran to at the end and it was filling up with water. This is the actual grocery store that Kevin went and did his shopping. They did some renovations since that time, of course, but that is actually the location there. And we had to stop there and get a little treat or two. Here's B-Man. He's reenacting that classic scene from Home Alone where Kevin's walking down the street with the bags. Of course, this is not the same exact location. This is just outside of the store. But B-Man we got to do that shot, of course. This next spot here, this is the convenience store where Kevin bought the toothbrush and Marley came in and scared him with the cut hand. This was the exterior and the interior is inside this place as well. And this is just a little closer shot. It's been a couple things since it was a little convenience store, I guess, or a little drugstore there at the counter. And it looks like there's going to be like an ice cream store coming. I believe there was maybe a Chipotle or something like that before that. He then takes off running and he goes across this bridge. This is the actual bridge, goes across the train tracks. And, all these locations are very close to that house. So, there's not a spot far away or, this was all taking place right there. This was not in the scene. This is a little jungle gym or little play area. This was located there where the ice rink was. He ran out of the little convenience store, ran across the street, ran across the ice, and before he got to the bridge, and wanted to take a picture there. They played there for a while. All that other stuff is gone. And this is a little farther away. And this is actually from Home Alone 2. This is Duncan's toy chest outside. You can see it there above their heads. And this was, I believe it's called a Rookery building. It's not his toy store at all. And it is in Chicago, even though it's supposed to be in New York in Home Alone 2. They did shoot this here. And we'll get a little closer shot here in just a moment. This is outside a beautiful building there in downtown Chicago, and I don't remember the exact street. It's not far from Millennium Park there and the fountain, just a couple blocks down. And so we had fun there. This was all from 2016, doing some filming locations from Home Alone 1 and 2. And this, of course, is several miles away and down in Florida. This is in downtown Orlando. This is Ernest's house from Ernest Saves Christmas, also a real house. Real people live there, and we did that this past summer in 2020. I did some filming locations there. We actually did an entire video, a YouTube video. You can check this out on our page. This is the house there. Also, the next spot, also from Ernest Saves Christmas. This is the train station, which hadn't changed really much at all. This is where the Harmony Star, Ernest is the other character, the girl's character. She was going to steal Santa's bag and go away on the train and get all the stuff for herself, and then had a change of heart there. This is pretty much the exact spot where she sat talking to the other children. It kind of changed her heart there a little bit. So we have, this is outside of that same train station there in Orlando. And beautiful town there, beautiful. It's cool that, it's not all in Hollywood. In either one of these movies. This is actually a shot from the movie, of course, Ernest coming in on the sleigh, bragging about being a great driver even after the chaos and everything. And so we kind of retook these pictures. You'll see here, this is coming in there, as well. It was the Orlando Children's Museum, which was actually the Science Museum, and that they had repurposed no longer either one of those things, of course. Now it's like a Shakespeare museum. They have a theater. I don't know if it's actually a museum, but a Shakespeare building, Shakespeare Playhouse. Another shot, of course, there, Ernest coming in, bragging. And, of course, Jim Varney. This movie, one of our favorites. Such a classic movie. You know, it probably doesn't get the awards of some of the others, but we love it. And here is, of course, the shot of the old Santa Claus transitioning over to the new Santa Claus, and we're going to recreate this. Pretty much the building, the exterior is pretty similar. They've updated a few things. I think they have maybe a wheelchair ramp or some railings, and those things are different. And the park benches that you see there are gone, but we'll explain that in just a moment. So here is me and E redoing that picture as well, transitioning the Santa Claus over. If you notice there on the right, there is like some wheelchair ramps or just things that have changed. Probably, you know, things have to change over the years and be accordance to law and stuff. There's B, we're doing the same exact shot there. And you can see up there that with the mural, it is like a Shakespeare building. And they, at this time, they're doing plays and such when they're able to do that. And this is also Santa and the secretary of the Children's Museum, and he's explaining that he's no longer Santa. Seth Applegate, I think, was his original name before he became Santa Claus. And so the reason why we took that picture, they are sitting on one of those benches, and we did find some out front. Now this is out front of the building, and I believe there's just 2 or 3 of these. They're older looking, and pretty much these are the same benches, but the ones up by the door are gone. This is inside the store. Santa, they're talking there. He's, of course, explaining that his bag is gone. And you can see there, if you notice in the movie, several times they show this. You'll see right behind her head there's a sign. And it says several times, the Orlando Science Museum. And, of course, you'll see some of the other dinosaurs and such on the walls throughout the building that they kind of just repurposed. But now, this is inside the building, same spot there. Of course, the desk is gone. Now they've got a window there. It looks like they have some kind of a gift shop on the other side of that. We just kind of tucked our head in there back in 2000. Now, some of these were from 2000, and you notice the age difference. Some were from 2020, this summer. These were actually from, it's probably been 2018, a few years ago. If you notice, no mask inside this before that time. This is Ernest, of course, pushing his face against the glass, trying to get their attention after hours that he had Santa's bag. Of course, you got to do the same shot. And remember, folks, this was a couple years ago, and probably this summer we wouldn't have been putting our faces against all the glass and such. We kind of joked about that then. Of course, we had to do that then. Not that there wasn't germs in 2018, there sure was, but probably wouldn't have done it with it on our minds this summer. And of course, we all have to do it. Little B also doing that as well. And Orlando is a great city because it's not huge like L.A. or Chicago, and you can maneuver around. You're not worried about being stuck in traffic for hours and hours and hours. Beautiful city, of course, in Orlando. And that'll do it for us. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe.
All right, number 19. And Becky.
Yikes! Wait, let me see. What's this?
Wonder what it is?
Wait.
There's a sticker inside, it looks like.
What could it be? I think I got an idea. Oh,
Enchantment Under the Sea dance sign.
nice.
All right, and today's item from the Advent calendar is the sign from 1955 for the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Looks pretty nice. All right, day number 20, the Advent calendar. It's getting closer.
Yeah. What could be left?
Looks like Marty's skateboard, but not the one he had in 1985. The one he got in 1955 that was made out of that board of wood, remember?
Ooh, open it up.
All right.
So we got the skateboard. Could there be a new Marty?
That's
Definitely a possibility.
Well, that's what we think possibly
It
could
looks
be.
big enough.
for 21. We got 21, 22, 23, 24, and then the Advent calendar is complete.
All right.